This is setting up here with a roof tent on your Stockman Rover. Now it's a lightweight machine, right? So we're loaded up right now with everything we need for a big trip. But right now we're gonna set up our roof tent and set up our awning. I'm gonna put this guy away here, just so you can see everything that I've got going on. So I've put a roof tent up there and we've just wired an Anderson plug off this battery here to put that up and down. Now we're deciding how we're gonna use this. So right now we're doing it with no ladder. The ladder's on the other side. I'm just using my tire, using my awning as a brace and undo my 2 clips. Once I do that, I've already undone the clips on the other side. I can now go ahead and just giving that a little bit of a helping hand to break that seal. That's gonna actually make it easier to go up and down. And I'm doing that with my electric rooftop tent. Now I've got 4 windows on this. Remember, pro tip is that we really wanna make sure we've got 1 window open when we're packing up to let all that air out. This electric awning here does have lights on it. We've also got lights on the outside of the van, but we're setting that up till it stops. It's nice and firm, really solid looking roof tent there. That's all the way up. Now, all I wanted to mention here on the roof tent was that, remember, it is a little bit easier to put that up first before I set up my awning. I can always try and reach up there, but you saw by jumping on the tire, pushing that button there, or using a remote control, setting that up before the awning is a really easy one. Let's set up the awning. Now right here, this 30-second awning, I do really like it. A lot of people talk about putting some different awnings on, but oh my gosh, this one here does have a lot of strength and a lot of setup in it that is really good. Now, when I do want to jump up here, I'm a bit of a fan of putting this back up and over. That actually helps stop the rain from traveling there and outside here. I guess what we'd say is one of the things that people have given us as feedback is that some vans out there and some off-road type things tend to have an awning and a kitchen, and there's a bit of a space between the two, so you're getting water coming through. We've been in some big rains here in Queensland, and we have found that this is protecting us and keeping our kitchen and all our entertaining area dry, covering us really well and not giving us that gap. By putting this over the back, that just helps it running from this way. Now with this one, I've got my little strap attached. So just like that, they call it a 30-second awning. And just before I get too excited about pulling that tight and thinking that I'm all done, 2 little tips to check out. If I can make sure, right here, I'm just gonna make sure that this awning does go over top of the knuckle, and I can see I've let it attach there. Let's just let that go loose again. Just so you know, before we pull it tight there, just making sure that that sits over top of that knuckle. I'm just gonna make sure that it doesn't wanna catch on the last pole there, which is my highest pole. By making sure that that's above my pivot point, it's not gonna get caught there. Once I pull that tight, I do have this great little bar. It's gonna go all the way up, lock in, and that's giving me the slope or the fall on my awning. We're now set up. And that's us set up for all weather conditions. Just like that, 30-second awning, the roof tent's up, ladder on the other side. This is holidaying easy with SEQ Campers and the Stockman Rover.